this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Ready to Run by One Direction. And if you want to match the recording exactly, you'll end up kind of putting a capo on 2nd fret and then tuning up about 15 to 20 cents sharp. So you actually have to go to the tuners and tune them up just a little bit if you want to match One Direction exactly. But we're just going to kind of present this as kind of a capo 2nd fret. And we're going to start without the capo just in case you don't have one, just to kind of walk through some of the licks. And we start with some cool arpeggio licks around an A minor chord. And normally you do this first finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, and 3rd finger on the G 2nd. And if you strum all those together, the sad sounds of A minor might bring a tear to your eye. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger. You can add an A sus2, or you can add in the pinky on the B 3rd and an A suspended. That way you can kind of say some stuff around the A minor, but it doesn't last that long in the song. Or you could lift the 3rd finger for an A minor 7, or add the pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of exploring some different A minor options. Or you may even dig on an A7 sus, because it can make some of the chord changes easier. Doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. Just kind of a cool drone voicing that you can kind of substitute in for A's. But on that part, actually, you'll kind of hear this cool little arpeggio where you can hold down the regular A minor, and then kind of go A string, D string, and then B, G, D. So kind of an A, D, B, G, D, kind of around the A minor. So you may want to kind of follow that lick. Either with the pick, or you could even kind of use this as a fin, especially for speed, actually, if you want to exactly match their tempo. You may want to try using your thumb for a bass player on the A string. And I'm kind of lining up my index on the D, middle on the G, ring finger on the B string. And that way you can kind of work it as a thumb, index, ring, middle index idea. A, D, B, G, D, but everybody will have kind of a job to do. So if you're kind of interested in doing a finger style, you may want to practice that for the right hand. And then from the A minor, we'll be going to an F major. There's a couple different ways you could kind of approach this. Normally you do the F major as a 1st fret bar, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the A 3rd, pinky on the D 3rd. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you could substitute the F. It could be an F major 7, doing 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the D 3rd. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really groovy happy. Or you may dig on an F major 13, doing 1st finger on the G 2nd, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. That can make that A7 sus change to the F, just kind of a 2-finger move if you're looking for some easier options. And you hear this cool little arpeggio around the F where you could kind of take the bar F and do the low E string, and then the D string, and then the B string, and then the G string, D string. So kind of a low E, D, B, G, D. So you may want to kind of practice the A minor to the F to kind of get those arpeggios, or like I kind of said on the A minor, you may want to try that as a finger style idea. And on the F, then you'd be going thumb, index, middle, ring, index. And it actually feels really good with the fingers, so yeah, as opposed to the pick. But anyway, then we'd be going to a C major chord. Normally you do this 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the A 3rd. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of C major. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger, making that a C major 7. Or you get added the pinky on the B 3rd for C major 9 and kind of say some stuff around the C. Or another way to play C major 9, we'll be doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. You can kind of use that for your C major, kind of A7 sus to that major 13. The C major 9 might make that change a little easier. And you'll hear this cool arpeggio around that where you can take the C major and then go A string, D string, B string, G string, D string. Kind of like the A minor figure on the exact same strings if I don't miss it. So A, D, B, G, D, A, D, B, G, D. Which can feel really good with the fingers. To kind of go in that thumb index, ring, middle index is kind of like the idea for the right hand. Actually even use that idea through the entire tune. Actually, if you're kind of digging on the finger style, you know, feel free to just use your fingers to kind of play that idea behind these chords. Or you could use a couple different strumming options through that intro and the intro verse. Where on the A minor you may want to do kind of a 4 down count 1, 2, 3, 4, F for 4, and then kind of a C for 8 to kind of back that lick up. So I'm just doing kind of a down count, kind of taking the flat of the right hand, laying it down on top of the saddle. And A minor, 2, 3, 4, F, C, A minor, F, C. So it's almost like the A minor and the F are kind of halving. Now, you could also use the strum pattern, and one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the A minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. One way to kind of work it if you're just getting used to strumming is just doing a down, down, up on the A minor, down, down, up on the F, and then do the whole pattern on the C chord. So it's almost like the A minor and the F are kind of half down, down, C, down, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, down, up. Now if you're quick enough, you could get that whole pattern on each of the chords, kind of A minor, or down, C, that kind of an idea. And that would be just a really fast pace for your down, down, up, down. Or something else that was feeling really good to me is working it down, down, up through that part. Down, 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 F, down, down, C. So if you're quick enough, you may kind of dig on working those that way. Very end of that first verse, then we kind of have to end up with kind of a tag to that where we kind of go to our A minor. If you're doing your down, down, up, down, you'll end up doing just one time all the way through A minor, and then the F one time through. Or if you're doing kind of that times 2 idea, you have the A minor, F, to lead into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on the C major, and then we do some more C. Go to F, and more F, and then we kind of get F for 4, C for 4, F for 4, C for 4, F for 4, C for 4, and then we go to a G major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, and third finger on the high E third. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord that sounds really, really happy. Now randomly, you may also dig on putting the third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working after your G major. Or another possibility, actually especially for the bridge part, is you can do your G major with second finger on the A string second, third finger on the low E third, pinky on the high E third. And that kind of opens you up. You can kind of take the first finger and the second finger and go to the B string and the D string. That's something called G suspended. And so actually in the bridge part, you'll kind of hear this cool resolution from the G suspended to the G major. So you may want to kind of experiment with that. That can be cool to get some licks around the G in general. And then from the G, then we go back to our F, and then we back it on our C chord. Or if you're doing your down, down, up, down, up, you kind of do that whole pattern through that. And then the F, down, up, down, F, down, up, down. And then when those chords start halving, you may want to do just a down, down, up on them, kind of the F, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up. Or you could split it, and I was really digging on this myself. Kind of doing the F with a down, and then going to the C for the up, down. So F down, down, C, up, down, F down, down, C, up, down, F on the down, down, C on the up, down. And at the very end, we go to our G chord, or randomly, you could even do the G sus to the G change at the end of the chorus. Could be a cool lick in general, actually. Or if you're doing the times 2, kind of trying to match the recording feel, you have that C, 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 so the times 2, F, F, the F. And you get that whole pattern of F, C, F, C, F, C, G, F, and C, 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 F, 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 C, F, C, F, C, G, or down, up, super cool to build up some energy. So you may want to play around with that way too if you're quick enough with that. And then from there we'll be kind of repeating those parts until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge, we go to a B flat major. And normally you do this as a first finger bar, and we'll talk about some easy options here too. But then third finger on the D, G, and B strings on the 3rd fret. That's one way to kind of work your B flat major. A little bit tricky to get clean. Or if you want to make it really heavy, you could use a B flat 5, doing first finger on the A, 1st fret, 3rd finger on the D, 3rd fret. It's kind of a B flat 5 power chord. You could work just the A and the D strings for that change. Or you could work it as a small B flat major. These can be kind of cool just to have in the back of your head too. Kind of first finger on the high E 1st fret, 3rd finger on the G 3rd, pinky on the B 3rd. It's kind of a small B flat major. Or you can take the 2nd finger and add them in on the D 3rd for a B flat major. Which could be a cool option too. Or, oh, this is a cool one too. If you dig on the C major non-voicings with the 4 fingers, you could kind of almost take the 1st finger and just cover the A string 1st fret and kind of have a cool substitute for a B flat major. Kind of working kind of a drone idea. And we kind of go from our B flat major, and then more B flat, but then we go to C, C, and we're back to B flat, and then we go to our G sus, and then our G, kind of in the end, trying to nail which strum pattern you want to use. And then from there, then we'll be kind of going back into our chorus for our outro. Now the weird part is to play along with One Direction, instead of starting on an A minor chord, they're starting on a B minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 2nd fret, then now your A minor is really a B minor chord, and your F is really a G major chord, and your C is really a D major chord, and the G is really an A major chord, and the B flat major is really a C major chord. And you could completely use those chords randomly. If I think the reason why I was kind of digging on this change is so that you don't have to use any bars other than B flat. You've got a couple cool substitutes. So if you kind of dig on that, you could completely do this with bar chords more. But anyway, to take it from the very beginning, on the intro, we kind of have our A minor idea, and then our F idea, and then our C idea. That with the pick, or you could try that with the finger style. It can be a very cool way to kind of work that intro idea. Or if you're digging on just the strumming, then you have kind of the A minor, F, C, or you do the down, down, up, down, up, A minor, F, C, kind of that slow pace, or you can do the ×2 idea, A minor, F, C, that intro, then we'll be going into our first verse. It's really that same progression. A minor, F, C, A minor, F, C, or if you're kind of digging on that ×2 idea, A minor, F, C, C, A minor, F, C, C, and we end up repeating that 8 times until we get to kind of our A minor hold. On that part, if you're doing the down, down, up, down, up, you have to have that one time on the A minor, one time on the F, on that kind of first tab. Or if you're doing the ×2, you got A minor twice, and then F twice. And from there, then we'll be going into our first chorus. And if we tried that with our down, down, up, down, up, you have the C, C, idea, and this can be very cool to practice. It's kind of that kind of bring back those intro licks. Oh, and that would be kind of a cool option too, is use F major 7 and just keep that first intro figure going. And actually I'm kind of doing the D string twice. That could be a very cool way to almost kind of work that without the bar chord F for that lick. Actually, that's kind of a cool option. Or yeah, you could work the strumming. Now something else that I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So on the A minor you have the A for the bass. On the F you'd have the low E for the bass for the bar F. On the F major 7 you have the D for the bass. On the C you'd have the A for the bass. And on the G you'd have the low E for the bass. So we could kind of try that intro with kind of a bass down, up, down, up idea. And you can do that at the slow pace, kind of an A minor bass, down, up, F, C, kind of add to the basses. Or an A bass, down, up, F, C. Or if you're digging on the times 2 idea, then you could kind of get that whole pattern in on each one. And you might want to try and play around with that bass down, up, down. I was really kind of digging on that. A minor, second verse. So we could kind of do that slow pace, kind of A minor, F, C, A minor, F, C, or you could be going times 2 idea, A minor, F, C, C, A minor, F, C. Repeat that 4 times, and then from there, we'll be going into our second chorus. So we try that with a bass down, up, down, up. Kind of that slow pace. You have C, C, F, F. You have the F, C, or F, C, F, C, G, F, C, C, idea, and then you have kind of that C, C, B flat major, you may want to use just that A string for the bass. You kind of get that word. So we have kind of that B flat, C, C, B flat, Jesus, G. Or if you're digging on the times 2 idea, then you have kind of that B flat. So you can do that any of those ways we've been talking about. Or if you know other licks around these chords too, feel free to take this lesson and kind of run with it any way you want to. But there's lots of ways you can kind of mix it up. Use other strum patterns. Use down up to effect. Kind of see what you can say with it too. That's the basics of how you can strum through Ready to Run, and like I said earlier, If you want to match the recording exactly, you may have to go to the tuners and tighten them up just a little bit. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Ready to Run. So good luck! Hi, wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there's probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook. You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.